Service to the meetings, conventions, and exhibitions industry was the hallmark of Ed Greeley's career, and for 30 years, that leadership touched many associations.
I think the fact that Ed was the leader of PCMA and IEM and ASAE at different times just shows the breadth of his involvement in the industry and the fact that people so looked up to the type of leadership that Ed provided. They were different groups in many ways with different constituencies that had different needs, and yet Ed was able to go to the top of the ranks in each of those industries and lead them.
Ed's involvement in the exhibition industry began in the mid-1960s when he became involved in the conventions conducted by the American Institute of Physics. Later in his career, he was one of the first individuals in the exhibition industry to recognize the need to create and support university-level study programs.
Ed was a very firm believer in education, in seeing that our industry was as professional as it could possibly be. He knew that you did that through instruction, and whether he was leading IEM or PCMA or ASAE, he very strongly believed that we all had to be professional at our jobs, and you did that through education. In his involvement, whether it was at a local level or on the national stage, he did what he could to make sure that everybody got the background necessary through mentoring programs or whatever to do a first-rate job.
Ed Greeley's vision resulted in the creation of college-level studies in exhibition management. His efforts also yielded sources of financial support for students who might otherwise not be able to participate in these programs. As the result of his lifelong work, there are over 30 colleges and universities in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico that offer exhibition management study programs today.
Ed was an incredibly warm, sincere individual who really wanted to have the industry be as professional as it possibly could be. And in that respect, he would do whatever he could to mentor new people coming into the industry, do what he could do to bring groups together. In that respect, he really was a leader. Very silent leader in some ways, but clearly a leader.
At the 1989 IAEM convention, Ed's leadership skills proved beneficial as he played the role of a New York City traffic cop.
A problem we had to solve, which was how are we going to get all of the members attending that meeting from the New York Hilton across 53rd Street and then over to the Sheraton without losing anybody. And in fact, we were having Tony Bennett entertain us that evening. And Ed devised a way through one of our other members to suddenly blockade all of 53rd Street and then lead a little parade marching everybody from the reception held at the Hilton over to the ballroom at the Sheraton. And he led the parade out front with that little smile on his face, and you know, that to me was Ed Greeley, finding a way to get things done. I think Ed has a very definite legacy. Ed was a doer. Ed was a believer in professionalism and did everything he could to promote that in our industry. He was the type of person who would mentor the young, put his arm around someone and say, that's a good idea, but maybe you should think of it this way. For all the people that he touched in our industry over the time he was involved, he very clearly has left a legacy with all of us.